lutsandvo lusekhona tinyembeti letesula umphalo wekukhatsateka lawetfula alunamgomo lofana nemfula lukheleta busuku nemini imini iletsa litsemba nebusuku bekukwetsela ngibucocele letivutsa sigodzi sonke tindzaba letishisako telutsandvo vula ntfombi ngifake tetsembiso ngikufunde ngelibusatsa lelicobetela mina nawe.
Are you happy with the intimacy that we share?
What's your biggest fear?
I just want to thank you for being a loving husband.
And I've said this many times before, but you've got my heart and you always will.
All the best love stories have one thing in common. They go against the craziest odds, and every love story or journey is beautiful. Don't miss these Swazi love stories every Saturday at 5:30 p.m. exclusive to Eswatini TV.
Impela mfana bantfu sengifikile futhi ngijike ngaphandle kwale yakho inhlitiyo noma ungaze uthi
Phezu komkhono hlanganyela nathi ngwanelo muhle ngemgcibelo mhla timfica kulesetulu nagabanca insimbi ye12 emini nangelisondlo mhla tilishumi kulesetulu nagabanca insimbi yekucala emini lapho sitabe sikulethela khona umkhosi webuganu esigodlweni ehlane.
Watch local TV on the go with the Eswatini TV app for only 20 emalangeni. Come on. Do the most with Eswatini TV app. Download from Google Play Store or App Store. We're good together.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Corp is the home of savings. Get this KIC 204-litre chest freezer for $3,599, save $400. Or this Skyworth 55-inch Android Ultra HD TV for $8,999, save a massive $1,500. Or get this HP Core i5 8GB laptop with 1TB hard drive for $11,999, save $1,000. Price is valid until 10 April. T's and C's apply. Hi-Fi Corp, your #1 deal destination.
Good
evening, dear viewers, and welcome to the news bulletin at 8, brought to you by our number one news provider, Eswatini TV. I am Nondumiso Vilagati alongside Nomaktabiso Nkambule, and here are your top stories. Her Majesty the Queen Mother has built a house for Gogohlekwa Setwala of Mbangweni in the Metula constituency. The Prime Minister says the country has faith in envoys who will be representing Eswatini in foreign countries. Transport will be available next Thursday for those willing to attend this year's Easter services at the National Church at Lobamba. The news. Her Majesty the Queen Mother has built a house for Gogohleka Setwala of Mbangweni in the Metula constituency. Gogothwala has been living with her grandchildren in a house that has been in a bad state for quite some time.
Her Majesty the Queen Mother continues to spread her love and warmth to elderly and vulnerable people. Her Majesty, with the help of Good Samaritans and the Deputy Prime Minister's office, has built a house for Gogohlekwa Setwala. Gogothwala lives with her grandchildren, and the house they lived in before was in a very bad state. The newly built house has cost about more than 60,000 emalangeni. She was spotted by the Chief Justice, Justice Begima Palala, who is a resident of Mbangweni Chiefdom under Metula constituency in the Shiselweni region.
Kutibongela nami kuti nangicela ngicelela Gogothwala kangwane kubonakale kwekuthi bavume kangwane kungibambisa. Ngibonga kakhulu ukuthi namuhla lo msebenzi sofike ekugcineni. Asinokuma ke sisabuka emangweni siyaphinde siyocela kangwane na minister naye asendlulisele ukuthi cha basebanenge sisabuka ukuthi singalandzelisa ngamuphi.
Gogothwala has expressed gratitude to Her Majesty for what the Queen Mother has done for her.
Hawu, ngisola umlomo wokubonga Nkosi. Kulezi nkulungwane longanisele zona. Ngiyabonga kakhulu ngisola umlomo wokubonga Ndlovu. Hallelujah. Go.
Representing the Deputy Prime Minister, the Minister of Public Service Mabulala Masego pleaded for peace and cooperation from Eswatini, which he said it will bear fruit to the development of the country.
Ngicela sibuyisele live libiyele libe kulamaseko belikuwo. Ngicela sibuyisele live libe kulamaseko belikuwo. Ubita wena nawe kokuthi live libiyele lapho. Asingawukopi umoya lo ngeke usiphilise simaswati. Kasingakopi lokwentiwa ngilabanye uthi kutaba kuhle kena. Kepha asibekeni live embili. Asibekeni likusasa lebantwa bethu. Ngivetile ngathi ngwenyama icela kuthula. Icela kuthula. Kuthula ke kutawuqala la kulesigodzi sakumethula. Neligama liyasho lithi methula. Linekuthula lenkundla inekuthula ekhathi. Sitakuqela lokho. Uma live linebudlangudlangu kute lokwenteka kulelo live. Aliyuthuthuka. Akuyuba namgwaqo lomhle. Kuyoba bethe ama factory shells lenwacela konyalo. Ngeke ukuthi iyawubuya phi le mali yokwenta lokho uma ngebe kude kuthula.
The coordinator of the project on behalf of Her Majesty, Ndombi Mate, said Her Majesty is always touched to see a senior citizen living under poor conditions.
Sitela sito inkosi itonika gogo hlekwa kothwala lemakhele indlu emakamero lamabili bekunene ngicela nishayile indlovukazi Tandla bebuhlanga. Bekunene se lamhla gogo sotonika gogo hlekwa ko skhiya ukuthi asale angena ngekhathi endlini ngoba sibona ukuthi usuka kuyipi indlu bekunene. Sifika la kulendzawo yasesandla senshiselweni silayelwa ngibabe emaphalala lijaji lelikhulu. Uyendlula naye umlomdzala la usuka lapha ekhaya kubo ubona gogo uneka tingubo litulu liyana. Uye mama phalala uyabuta ugogo waneka tingubo litulu lina. Uyasho ke ukuthi mntwanami lendlu ingangigcoba noma ngabe kunini. Liyana lelitulu kakhulu so letingubo timanti. So uyabika ke maphalala size siyobika kumhlekazi ukuthi inkosi imelekelele gogo.
A total of about 58 houses have been built by Her Majesty for elderlies in the country. On the news, I'm Polile Mazia, Metula constituency.
Prime Minister Cleopas Dlamini says the country has faith in envoys who will be representing Eswatini in foreign countries. The Premier says their conduct abroad will reflect on the country. The Premier said this when the envoys paid him a courtesy call on Friday.
Eswatini envoys to serve in foreign missions have paid a courtesy call to Prime Minister Cleopas Dlamini. The Premier says out of over 1 million Maswati, the country's authorities have trusted them to represent the country well internationally.
Ne-economy ke sitawubheka ukuthi vele niyisebentele. We have so much level of unemployment kuleli live. Banengi imisebenzi kude. So nanihamba nibuka kulawo mave uniyabona uso naku longasakhela imisebenzi. Niyabuka ukuthi laba private sector self employment yini le bangayenza akusiko kuphela kwa attractor ema big investors. You have to look at self employment into nje abantu abangakuphilisa ngayo. That is actually where the biggest sector of the economy is. So niyobuka lawo masilawo nibuke ukuthi ke nasingamikisana kwekhaya abantu bangaphila bathi icalile imisebenzi. Batawubuta abantu ukuthi siva ukuthi nitawukhulumisana kunesibaya yini yona lesibaya kwenda njani kusebenza njani. It may be ukuthi at the moment awathi ukuthi kusebenza njani. Ngicela uthi hluphe kulamalanga lakhona nje ungakahambi and try to understand how it works. Kuqala kuphi kuye kuphi why it is sikhethelani kona singakhethi lokunye. Nibachazele abantu ukuthi live lake silinjani. Sine bantu labahlala emakhaya etikhulwini kufanele ukuthi konke lesikwendako sifike kulabo bantu labo sibakhulumise. Singakhulumisi nje labafundzile kuphela labahlele etafuleni. But umgomo walela kithi sithi singesuke sibayeni siphume vele siyokhuluma nebantu sibeve bonke naloti imali nalonjani bese siyabuya ke sithatha lemivo yabo seya implement.
Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation Thuli Dladla says these envoys will also see their majesties before leaving the country.
Idlala ichaza lelikhulu eveni wase usilandzela munye bebeka seParliament itolo kwekuthi lokhu labakhuluma kwele Parliament bayati ukuthi live lifuna ini abahambe ke bayokusebenza ngaphandle. Sibongile kakhulu vele sikhutha lwandle ukuthi awu se iyanza lendlu yekungeta yonke inhlobo yekhaliba lekungafanele ukuthi ihambe yomelela live ngaphandle. Ekugcineni utase uyasisita Nkosi uyasiphekeletela sesiyothola umbiko wekugcina longetulu kuye ingonyama yaMaswati labatawuhamba nawo uma sebaphuma baya etiteshini.
The envoys are expected to leave the country for their respective duty stations next week. They have been deployed in countries which include South Africa, Mozambique, United Arab Emirates, United States of America, and Malaysia. For Eswatini TV News, Temgosi Mavimbela, Mbabane.
The Deputy Prime Minister, Senator Themba Masuku, has encouraged young people in the kingdom to really think hard about what kind of a future they want ahead of the dialogue. Masuku was speaking at Sigwe constituency when officially launching a 50 million Malangeni water scheme.
Lavumisa has got 3 constituencies, being Sigwe, Somdongo and Masanjeni. Sigwe was the only constituency without clean water. But that will be a thing of the past with the visit of the Deputy Prime Minister, Senator Themba Masuku, who came here today to launch Sigwe Water Scheme. The scheme will benefit over 10,000 families, and World Vision, alongside the government of the Kingdom of Eswatini, contribute a sum of 15 million emalangeni towards this project.
Le live lisembili kunemavele amanengi lamhla longime lapha ingacale project lesikhuluma ngayo kuthiwa 72% kusho ukuthi ebantwini noma emitini lelikhulu imiti lengemashumi lasikhombisa nakubili seyakhona kufinyelela emantini. Kusho ukuthi lo hlelo lesingalo lamuhla lutawufuca cishe onke eMaswati ataba nawo emanti lasedutane emanti lahlobile.
The Minister for Tingundla and Regional Development, who is also the Member of Parliament for Sigwe constituency, applauded government alongside her partners for ensuring that Sigwe finally gets clean water. The Minister also applauded young people from this constituency who work hard whenever they are given projects that are going to improve their livelihoods.
Sithumise nje ukuthi uhulumende weNgwenyama ahlangene netihlobo takhe kufakwe le mali enganga 15 million kutosukumisa lamandi langangalanga. Lesethemba ukuthi le nhlupheko yemandi itawugcina iphelile. Uma ukhuluma ngesigodi lebe sisemuva ngendaba yemandi, ngicabanga ngathi ngisokuqala lesi ngenhlupheko lebe ikhona. Beke kubanga ebantwana etikolweni. Ngokuthi nje kude emandi botishela bothi mawuthakethe kule tikolo atala kithi ubone nje ukuthi awu kuyinciniselo yatishela ngoba ulukhunde bebukhona. Lesethemba ukuthi lamandi la ngatarishintsha le ndawo yalakithi eSigwe njoba sibona nje imisebenzi iqhamuka leya naleya ngawo lo uhulumende weNgwenyama siyakudumisa lokho kakhulu.
Lavumisa Chief Kasa Wangwane also applauded their majesties for ensuring that Lavumisa indeed has access to clean water as a result of the Jozini Dam.
Lamandi lasetala enkundleni yaseSigwe asuka lapha eyiwayo sesiyaqedza ke ngemanti kaLavumisa njengoba besokuselele enkundla le.
According to the Ministry of Natural Resources, water coverage in Eswatini currently stands at 72%. For Eswatini TV News, I'm Lincoln Kule with Mbonga Dube, Sigwe. The Minister of Education and Training, Lady Howard, has officially launched the European Year of the Youth. The minister says this will avail the opportunity to share information on how the youth of Eswatini can build a better future for themselves.
The official launch of the European Year of the Youth was held at St. Joseph's Mission. The Minister of Education and Training, Lady Howard, hopes that the youth will be empowered to become active citizens and actors of positive change.
As we try to recover from the devastating effects of the global pandemic, COVID-19, the Ministry has prioritized the development of skills among its youth as a means to empower them build a better future for themselves and that of the country. We sincerely appreciate the commitment of the EU on numerous activities of the education sector, even during times of economic hardships resulting mainly from COVID-19. We further hope that this work relationship and support from the EU will continue and extend towards empowering our youth even more.
European Union Ambassador Desislava Chumilova says the country needs educated generations to take it forward.
The country needs educated generations to have a good future.
You are the future. You are going to build this country and make it a better place for everybody. You need to pay attention and be good students, because education is the key that opens all doors in life. In life, dear pupils, you can lose many things. You can lose possession, you can lose things that belong to you, you can lose your home, even your freedom. What nobody can ever take away from you is your knowledge.
Through an EU-funded project with UNICEF, the ambassador committed approximately 160,000 Malangeni towards essential renovations of the Egululamen Training Center so that students can return and recommence with their training. For Eswatini TV News, Fortune Dlangamandla, St. Joseph's.
The president of the League of African Churches, Bishop Samson Hlachwago, on behalf of church builders, has announced that transport will be available next Thursday for those willing to attend this year's Easter services at the National Church at Lobamba. Bishop Hlachwago says the transport will ferry congregants starting from 8 a.m. on Thursday.
Next week, Friday, marks the beginning of the Easter services, and this year they will be held at the National Church at Lobamba. Church bodies announced that transport will be provided for those who wish to attend these services at Lobamba from next Thursday, starting from 8 a.m. until 3 p.m. from their constituencies. Making the announcement is League of African Churches President Samson Hlachwago, who says the free transport will also ferry congregants back to their respective constituents across the country on Sunday.
Tinqola tikhona ke bekunene kunilandze emakhaya ngalo lesine mhla ka14 tiyawuqala kunilayisha nga8 ekuseni gcinani ke lesikhathi imoto yokugcina tiyawuphetha kulayisha emakholwa nga3 o'clock emva kwa3 kude lomuntu waphinje ayibone inqola itolayisha emakholwa gcinani lesikhathi ke bazalwane letinqola latifika ke bazalwana kaLobamba tivele tehlise lamakholwa la kaLobamba seticedzile senifile lapho niyakhona kubetela ukuthi umuntu utawufuna inqola imixelela ngenisa khona akwendiwa bekunene nonke nitela bukhosini nalokwekhuda labanye besuka le bathi bete emakhosini bathi nabefika la ndleleni la bomhlaleni bese bacela ukuthi awaseyime basachithe manje kanti sebehla wonke sibaye emasondweni labo lapho bawuthandaza khona leti nqola bekunene tilandze abantu abesuka le bete labukhosini phindze tibathathe tibabuyisele emuva.
Council of Churches President Archdeacon Begindlela Magong reminds congregants to be respectful throughout the service.
La sikhona khona abazalwane kungaba kule village la sihleli khona kungaba kusesondweni lesive kungaba kuse stadium asihlobe phela asithi noma kukhona lesikudlako kutabe kubekiwe indzawo la kulahlwa khona kwaye bese kuyamangalisa lapha nasekuphelele inkonzo ukuthi hawu uthi bekunemakholwa lapha nazodibana nemaplastic udibana nema take away yonke lendzawo nyalo kunema mask utawukhanza nemani mask andiza abazalwane siyacela ukuthi asitihloniphe lokuhloba kusho kona ukuthi siyatihlonipha lokusebenzisile ulahle la kufanele kulahlwe khona.
Those who will attend the event are also reminded to bring with them their COVID-19 vaccination certificates or PCR tests. Bishop Hlachwago also encourages those who will attend the service to use showers that will be provided instead of going to Manzana as a safety measure. Saints are also urged to not wear black face mask. For Eswatini TV News, Fortune Dlangamandla, Lutsitsini.
The Ministry of Tourism and Environmental Affairs, in collaboration with the Food and Agriculture Organization, have assisted the Ministry of Agriculture to secure over 7 million Malangeni for a study on climate-smart agriculture. In this study, the ministry will look at how local farmers can be assisted to be able to use this kind of farming. This is expected to help local farmers yield more products and also be in a position to farm for commercial purposes.
Government has embarked on a mission that will see local farmers change to climate-smart agriculture. Acting Principal Secretary in the Ministry of Agriculture, Kukusha Bangu, says they have started meeting with stakeholders on the issue.
Short inception workshop today. Khulumisa itingcingwana ukuthi eMaswati, the ordinary farmer out there angasizakala njani in terms of climate smart agriculture. Njengoba siyabona nje sololutulu liyana nyalo it's towards busika but sololiyana shothi ke hulumende together with ama stakeholders and our international donors finesse salesibona tindlela ukuthi eMaswati asidakala njani ukuze ukuthi atokhona kulima ukuze kutoba nekudla eveni.
The ministry has already secured over 7 million emalangeni through the assistance of the Ministry of Tourism and Environmental Affairs. Principal Secretary Kangeziwe Mabuza explains their role.
Malangeni le mali ayisiwe kuya kubalimi kwanyalo. Kodwa ukuthi isite hulumende akhona ukubambisana nebalimi.
Ministry of Agriculture Senior Economist Howard Mbuyisa says climate-smart agriculture will ensure more harvest for farmers.
Kushintsha from the conventional way kuya kule climate-smart approach. Akusito tinto bantu labanengi labafundisekile ngato nalababona bumcoka bato. Nekutsi ke kudulile vele, so kuyadzinga le support from a public perspective.
Food and Agriculture Organization representative in Eswatini, Khanyisile Mabuza, says Eswatini needs to increase its food production.
Akusilo leli vele liphela leli nalenkinga le. Onke mave singabekisa nje ukuthi globally it's about 2.5 billion of people laba lokubona batsinzekako balimi balemakhaya belusi labalusana ngomotabo dingafa nje at any time asekufika etangcotho nekulima noma ngabe ngumlimi longakanani uthi ulimile nangabe ungakafaki letindo letifanele uluza konke lokulimile ngakho vele singagcina vele sibulawa indlala.
For Eswatini TV News, Temgosi Mavimbela, Ezulwini.
Dear viewers, now take a look at our financial updates.
Standard Bank. It can be.
Welcome back. You're still watching Eswatini TV, and for your sports news tonight, Kanya Twala, who is the COVID-19 vaccination campaign ambassador, and the people living with disabilities who are playing different sporting codes to take responsibility and vaccinate for COVID-19. Twala says vaccination will not affect their playing career.
Following the arrival of the coronavirus pandemic, where sporting codes were put on hold for a period of 2 years, different sporting codes took initiatives of encouraging their members and affiliates to vaccinate for the pandemic in order to proceed with their activities. Kanya Twala was the vaccination campaign ambassador under the Sports of People Living with Disabilities, says people who are living with disabilities should also take an initiative and vaccinate for the pandemic, as this will not affect their sporting schedules.
Bantu labakhubatekile siyabakhuthaza ukuthi basukume mhlawumbe bahambe bayojovela i-COVID-19. Sijovelelani ke sijovela phela ukuthi siphephe thina phinde siphephise nawo seceleni kwethu sendlule siphephise live. Dokhumbula phela ukuthi lo mkhuhlane lona sowuqedze mhlawumbe umhlaba akusinje ukuthi uhluphela kangwane kuphela. Ngakho ke abantu abakhubatekile siyabakhuthaza ukuthi basukume bahambe bayojova. Nekuthi ke phela mbukeli utawukhumbula kwekuthi akhona vele ama side effects emva kokuba sowujovile. Akusho ukuthi iphatha wena ngoba umuntu lokhubatekile. Wonke umuntu lo hambile wayojova kuba khona vele lokuthi angeva aphatheka kahle mhlawumbe emoyeni nasemphefumulweni. Nangibekisa nje kungenteka ukhande ukuthi uva buhlungu mhlawumbe la ujove khona. Vele lokho sikugadzile kutawendeka. Mhlawumbe ungaze uve ukuthi ungathi uva ngathi uvalekile la usakhona ukuphefumula kahle. Vele kuyendeka wonke umuntu lojovile. Mhlawumbe ungafika nasesigabeni sekuthi encenye ungaze utive ungathi ulahlekelwa noma i-taste awuseva kudla lokudlako. lokho kuyendeka vele noma uthi even nje so uthi ngathi uphathwa ngumkhuhlanyana thide kuyendeka lokho laba jova ke bakhuthata ukuthi mhlambe na uqedza lokujova uhlale mhlambe imizuzu lengaba 15 kuya kuya ngama-30 15 to 30 minutes so lo utibuka noma uva lokuthi lo mtimba wakho uphatheke kanjani mhlawumbe ke nangabe khona ke lokungakuva kahle bese uphinde uyabuyela uyababekela noma ke nangabe ukhanza ukuthi sowukuva lokho sowusekhaya uyamshayela 977 nakhona uyakhona kusitakala lapho nangabe uva buthakathaka lobukhona emtimbeni.
Twala, alongside Fakazile Dlamini and Bukhosi Dlamini, have been selected by African Disability Alliance to run the vaccination campaign program. Reporting for Eswatini TV Sports, I'm Linda Dlamini. Mbabane.
Shiselweni-based Super League club All Nations head coach Mbuso Mdluli says the club's ambition is still to qualify for National First Division next season. Mdluli says it is, however, quite challenging due to the competition in the league. For now, All Nations is at the top of the Shiselweni Super League with 22 points.
The Shiselweni Super League is divided into two sides of the North and Southern League. Under the Southern Super League, local leaders All Nations, who are 22 points, are fighting to head to the National First Division next season. All Nations coach Mbuso Mdluli says it will not be easy for them to qualify to the First Division.
Kulukhulu lapho but nje sikuthatha game by game kona na ubuka lelo kwazana le standing sethu siyethembisa but nje nale competition ke inengi vele inkulu kakhulu naloko ukuthi ama team vele awakaqali kahle lama team onke so na ubuka lama point uwathola nje ngegame akusiko ukuthi songawajaja ukuthi laba bangemuva sobashiyile yini but nje kulukhulu vele competition ihlala ikhona ke ngala kakhulu ngala Southern.
Coach Mdluli says it took the team a long time for them to once again regain form.
Dinenge letinto letendekile kusena le COVID so nalabadlali vele abasesiko psychologically nje abasesiko lokube bekungekho before semnenge lo msebenzi lo wendako because nale behavior emva kwaloko bekwendeka laveni nale tinto betendeka laveni kube sekuyayishintsha nale behavior labadlali so sekulukhuni vele.
All Nations' good form continues after their recent 3-0 victory against Mazomba football team. Reporting for Eswatini TV Sports, I'm Linda Dlamini. Babane.
That is all we have for tonight, but before we wrap up, we'll take a recap of today's headlines. Her Majesty the Queen Mother has built a house for Gogohlekwa Twala of Mbangweni in the Metula constituency. The Prime Minister says the country has faith in envoys who will be representing Eswatini in foreign countries. Transport will be available next Thursday for those willing to attend this year's Easter services at the National Church at Lobamba. That brings us to the end of our news bulletin tonight. Up next is the weather forecast for selected towns. Good night, Eswatini.